All right, let's do 18. It says, find the average rate of change of G double prime over this interval. So the average rate of change should recall m sec. And m sec is nothing more than this formula. F of b minus f of a all over b minus a. That's when I ask for the average rate of change of f. But here they're asking for the average rate of change of G double prime. So our MSEC formula adjusted will be G double prime of B minus G double prime. I mean, because that's the function that we're interested in. So you just replace it based on what they're asking you for. They could have asked for h of x or h prime of x, and you would simply plug that in. So G double prime of B minus G double prime of A all over B minus A. So clearly we have some work to do here. We need to find G double prime so that we can then plug in our A and our B, which will be -5 and 5. So using FTCII here, I know that G prime is equal to f of x times 1 minus 0, or just f of x, and G double prime then is f prime of x. So let's plug in our b's and our a's. We want G double prime of 5 minus G double prime of -5 all over 5 minus -5, or 5 plus 5. So we're going to do a sidebar here. I need to find G double prime of 5. Let's find that first. G double prime of 5 is nothing more than, using this formula, is nothing more than f prime of 5. So I need to go to 5 on my graph and find the slope. Let's do that. Let's go to 5 on the graph. Oh, that's right here. And you can find the slope using rise over run with the 2 points that lie on that line. And so y minus y all over x minus x is going to be -3. And we actually found that in a previous problem. So f prime of 5 is -3. Now let's find the second value. We want G double prime of -5. So plugging that again, G double prime of -5 is nothing more than f prime of -5. So let's go find the slope when x is -5. Okay, so we want the slope at that point. So we'll use this point here and this point here, which together will give us the slope. So the slope is going to be y. I'll start with this guy first. So y minus y all over x minus x will give me 4 over 6, or 2/3. And so that's the slope at -5, 2/3. So now we can plug those numbers in. G double prime of 5, we found it to be -3, minus G double prime of -5, we found that to be 2/3, all over 10. For the numerator, we'll use the fraction trick. So 3 times -3 is -9 minus 2 gives me -11. Actually, I'll write that below. Gives me -11/3 all over 10. So let's put the bottom 10 over 1 and multiply by the reciprocal because we don't like to divide fractions. And so we end up with -11/30 for our final answer.